What's going on, folks? So I got a viewer request video here for y'all today. I'm going to be checking out the band Radio Tapok, and the name of the song is, I'm not sure what the name of the song is, so, but at any rate, I've heard of this band before, and I think they've done like some Sabaton covers and stuff like that, but I've never actually like listened to them, so I'm very curious to see what this is all about. And like I said, there's a viewer request. This song was requested by this ranger right here. Thank you. Without further ado, let's see what we got. Rangers, go.
Скованы северной войной, не давая Европе спуска. Карл XII вновь несет с собой, рассекая редуты русских. Взял победу последний викинг, но вдали слышны крики. Разбиты и бегут войска, но встали на смерть полка. Дан выбор жить в позоре впредь или умереть, ликуют войны короля. Разбита армия царя, но кровью окропят снега. Нарвы три полка. Нарвы три полка. Бой проигран, но где-то у реки, следуя своему обету. Встав бок о бок потешные полки отбивали атаки шведов. И пройдут сквозь снега и пламя, сохрани свое знамя. Разбиты и бегут войска, но встали на смерть полка. Дан выбор жить в позоре впредь или умереть, ликуют войны короля. Разбита армия царя, но кровью окропят снега. Нарвы три полка. Шпор лефортовцев слышен звон, шелест семеновских знамен. Веря в клятву, исполнив долг, бьется Преображенский полк. Взял победу последний викинг, но вдали слышны крики. Разбиты и бегут войска, но встали на смерть полка. Дан выбор жить в позоре впредь или умереть, ликуют войны короля. Разбита армия царя, но кровью окропят снега. Нарвы три полка.
Well, is this a one-man band? 'Cause, I mean, 'cause it looked like he's doing like all the instruments, and like when he's singing, there's no one at the drum kit or anything like that. It just kind of, it looks like it shows him doing each thing, interspersed with, the other stuff. But so that's pretty cool, a one-man band doing this. I mean, it very much is a Sabaton. So, I guess that's kind of their sound. They kind of have that style, and maybe that's why they did like some covers back in the day. Again, I just remember seeing their name around, and it being associated with like Sabaton and stuff like that. So that checks out. But yeah, not a bad song. It has some decent melodies, and it very much is like quite formulaic in following that Sabaton formula. So it doesn't exactly thrill me. This song, it just kind of sounds like, oh, I've heard this before, sort of. But it is what it is. I still think that it's a well done song. Again, it's got some decent melodies there. So the guitar riff, it kind of has that forward momentum sort of thing, that kind of chugging along kind of vibe, with like a hint of that bombast. Again, just kind of like pushing the song forward, having that kind of energy going. I like some of those the drums, like some of the almost like marching style beats going there occasionally. So that was cool. There's some keyboard in there and stuff too, and it just, again, it just feels incredibly familiar, and really just, again, it just doesn't thrill me, but it's not to say it's like a bad song. It's a well done song. It definitely captures that style and the vibe and all that good stuff. I did like his voice, though. I thought he has a solid voice. Maybe I would have liked to get a little bit more power out of his voice. I feel like it's definitely there, But this song, it all, I guess that's another thing with this song. Even though you have that hint of kind of like bombast, kind of pushing the song and stuff like that, it just, the song itself, it just felt very like restrained in a sense. Like it could have gone further, but it just feels like it's just very, very contained, very kind of like safe, very by the numbers. Whereas I would have liked maybe a little bit more personality thrown in there, just to kind of liven the song up a bit, spice it up, maybe help set it apart a little bit from the style that it's emulating here, instead of just feeling like it's just very much almost a carbon copy kind of thing. But yeah, I mean, the production was solid, all that good stuff. Again, it's like there's nothing like wrong with the song itself. It just really, I don't know, it just doesn't, it just kind of comes and goes with a bit of a whimper. It's just kind of there, and that's the end of it. I just really wish that there was a little bit more thrown in there, just to really kind of help it stand out a bit. Give it a little bit more character. But I mean, it is what it is. A solid job of emulating the style. I mean, that's for sure. And the music video looked quite big budget. And when I looked at the song here, it looks like it's got like 20 million views. So definitely landing with a lot of folks. Definitely popular and stuff like that. I guess that the style, it just is something people love to hear. Again, I mean, he executes it very well. So yeah, but for me, it just it just kind of comes and goes. It's like, oh, okay, bob my head a little bit. The melodies not bad, kind of hitting on those like impact points, with the vocal melody and stuff with the music, and then that's the end of it. So yeah, it's impressive, especially one man band, kind of doing this, and with the like production quality there, and again the music video seemed quite hefty production value. So yeah, it's definitely admirable here. It's just not the kind of song that would ever really like just like catch my ear and like demand my attention. It just never really hooked me in per se. So, but anywho, that's that. Let me know, folks, in the comments down below. What do you think of this song? Are you fans of this band? Have you been listening to them for a while? Stuff like that. Let's talk about it, and I'll catch you next time. Ranger out.